I found one of the craziest posts I've seen on Upwork for automation and AI jobs, and I need to share it with you guys. This is a perfect showcase of a lot of red flags, or at least orange flags, that you'll need to consider if you're going on Upwork or platforms like this to get these jobs. I spend a lot of time day to day going through things like this, and I'm looking for particular signals to either go for it or not go for it. And this one is just almost hilarious to me. But we're going to treat this as a bit of a comedy. And fair play to this guy, whoever wrote this. I'd still take a call with this person, but I'd have to ask a lot of questions and clarify things. And at the end of the day, you got to realize that every customer costs some money, right? Customer acquisition costs. So you got to run the formula on whether it's worth it or not. And for me, I don't think I'll be spending too much money on trying to reach out to this person. That being said, first things first, when I copy and paste it into Docs, you can see I got the signal here that it's a strong resemblance to AI text. And this is something that's happening with our space. We are having people use AI to tell themselves or to learn how to implement AI and then to create these job posts telling other people how to use AI. Be careful because AI has this huge tendency to bloat and almost intellectualize projects. I'm talking details like 1,300 paragraphs, multi-agent systems for no reason and stuff like that. And you don't want that as a builder. You want clean and simple directions on the outcomes and deliverables. Okay, so we are going to get into some finer detail here into these highlights, and I'm just going to walk you through it. And pardon me if I laugh a little bit because this is honestly kind of insane. If at the end of this you want to apply to this, feel free. People are actually doing it. Like I said, I take the call, but I'm not going to pay money to talk to this individual. All right. First and foremost, you see an 8-agent architecture. This is not usually smart. For most things that you're building, you don't need to have a lot of these basically revisions. One agent is talking to another agent to revise that agent's thing, to revise another agent's thing, and you end up with this literal clusterfuck. Wires being crossed and people disagreeing and never getting to a point or having insane bloat. And I'll show you specific examples of this in this document. Creates tasks in ClickUp, posts briefings to Slack, and eventually executes approved changes across Google Ads, LinkedIn, Meta, MailChimp, and WordPress. 7 different systems alone is not necessarily a problem, but these are all beefy systems. MailChimp, I know, is horrible when it comes to their UI. WordPress can be huge. Meta, that's a kind of wide-ranging things when it comes to ad management. Google Ads as well. And all this stuff just requires a lot of thinking through. This system manages multiple clients simultaneously. Why? Why does it need to be simultaneous? Do you mean within the same moment? Do you mean within the same hour? Within the same day? Within the same week? Does every client really need simultaneous activity all the time? 16 make scenarios is a lot of make scenarios. For the simple fact that if one of them breaks once per month, you're going to be busy all the time. Make scenarios are great and reliable once you tweak them and figure them out, but the tweaking and figuring them out portion can take a long time, and it's typically what happens within the first 2/3. The last third is just making changes of the actual outputs. The first 2/3 is just making the damn thing have an output that's consistent. So 16 make scenarios, especially if they're all communicating with one another, can be a huge complex task. I have a complete system design document. Be super careful when people bring you these documents. Because if they have the ability to write these documents, why are they coming to you? And the truth is, they don't. The truth is, they talk to an LLM, and the LLM has told them what to tell you how to build. But the thing is that the LLM is so theoretical, guys. You have to actually be the one going in there, getting the inputs and outputs, and you're going to see that these design documents, a lot of times, they start to lose it when it comes to the implementation. There is like a couple of things, and even if they do include technical details, it's so out of date typically because these things are constantly changing. You need to build a robust JSON parser. No, you don't. Make has a perfectly working JSON parser. That's just incorrect. 8 hard-coded guardrails. What is that? What is that? Is that a error handler module within Make? Is that a Make scenario that handles other Make scenarios in the case of a mistake? Is that 8 different filters? What is that? This one almost killed me, man. A complete system design document with 1,300 paragraphs. 1,300 paragraphs. I just Googled average words per paragraph, 100 to 200 words long. Wait. How long is 100 Look at this, look at this, look at this. Average paragraph is typically 100 words long. He's got 1,300 of them. So that's 130,000 words. How long is 130,000 words? That's 400 to 500 pages in a standard 6x9. This guy's got a novel for you to read, dude. What the You gotta read a novel. You gotta read a fucking novel. Your AI's gotta implement a fucking novel into another AI system. This is crazy, man. This is crazy work. You're a madman, G. You're a madman, G. What is going on? What is this? What is this, bro? I can't. I can't. This guy wants you to read a book. This guy wants you to read a book. Holy fuck. Oh my god, I seriously, hold on. Oh my god. A synthesis prompt structure. What the hell even is that? An autonomy tier matrix for all the 24 action types across 3 phases. What are we doing, bro? We have all API endpoint formats. I'm sure you don't. Adapt behavior per client. Why? Do you want consistency, or do you want this like all-knowing, omniscient sort of agent to take care of your life and hold your baby and feed your dog, man? I will not be explaining. Well, we got a very collaborative individual here who's going to be helping us help them make some money, right? Fucking ridiculous, man. I'm sure you expect a lot, my friend. And last but not least, just a simple and utter lack of consistency where they said one thing per week and they already have a mismatch there. So, oh my god. Oh my god. That was a thank you for the laugh. Thank you for the laugh. This is crazy. There are people like this, my friend, and to be 100% fair, people get misguided by AI. This is probably a pure real example of AI. What's it called? This is the business world version of AI hypnosis, or what's it called? Losing your mind with AI. This is the business world version of it, guys. This is insane. Insane. If you want to, I'd say go for it. There are people right now doing it. And if you do, just be insanely upfront that you're probably not going to read a novel to get them started on Make an AI. I don't know what you're doing with your day if you got that time, but I don't. Eyes open, fellas. Eyes open. Oh my goodness. Stay focused on the clients that actually respect your work. Don't try to tell you exactly how to do it. Think of like a plumber, man. If I went to a plumber and I told you, you're going to use these joints, you're going to use these wrenches, you're going to use these faucets, and you're not going to veer off the plan. What the hell is going on, man? And this is way more complex than plumbing a house. No disrespect. Imagine me walking into a fucking mechanic and being like, here's a book you need to read before touching this damn thing. You bastard. Like, that's crazy, dude. Good luck to y'all. Peace out.